So hi everyone, my name is Danny Golan. I'm the CEO and founder of Kaminario. Really exciting to be back here. With me is Shachar Feinblit, our CTO, and Dustin Harris, our Director of System Engineering, and we are really excited to be here. Since this is the first slot after lunch, we have to be interesting. We'll try to be interesting. We'll try to provoke thought. And as I said, I'm really excited to be here. And I want to quickly go through the agenda. We have a packed agenda. Today, we're going to start with what's new with Kaminario on the business side. We are going to look for a couple of use cases and customer case studies. We're going to deep dive into the architecture. This is why we're here. And we're going to finish up with a live demo and have some fun. So let's quickly start with a snapshot of what's new with Kaminario. We had a tremendous 2014. We're very proud of it. We released our 5th generation of our all-flash array with a tremendous feedback from our customers and partners. Great recognition from the industry. We were recognized by Gartner as a visionary on the 2014 Magic Quadrant. And we were ranked consistently in the top 3 in every product category above all of the legacy all-flash arrays. We also believe in transparency. In fact, we're the only all-flash array that of the new breeds that published benchmarks. We came out with a vanilla system without any special tuning and broke both when we came out the record of SPC1 emulating OLTP and SPC2 emulating analytics, real-time analytics. And the important thing is we did it with the same system, vanilla system. It was not done in the last 10 years. That one system broke both world record. And really the point of doing that is A, showing the transparency of our product and technology, and show our scalability. Lastly, in the last Flash Memory Summit, the largest Flash Summit in the world, we were recognized and we were voted best of show out of all the all-flash systems. Out of many of our competitors, we were recognized as the best of show product of the year. We announced in December our latest funding. We raised $68 million to the total of $143 million. And what's really interesting about this is the amount of the demand for financial folks that wanted to invest in Kaminario. They looked at this market. Clearly, the all-flash market is one of the biggest revolution in IT today. And as such, what we're really excited when these folks looked at this market, what they realized that we have a highly differentiated product and architecture. This is what we're going to deep dive today and explain in details. The market is noisy, as we all know, and we're here to separate the marketing from the real fundamental truth. And this highly differentiated product, when we're coming in facing our competitors, we win bases on this architecture, bases on this product, and this is what the financial investors saw in Kaminario. We have a very highly unusual winning rate versus all of our competitors, and it's all due to our unique approach and our unique architecture. We had more than $100 million a request to get into the company. We took 68 million. Since we launched our V5, we quadrupled our booking, so we're growing exponentially. And what's interesting to note is that 80% of our customers quickly grow more. So they start with few environments and they realize that this is a breakthrough. This is something completely different from what they used in the past. So we are experiencing exponential growth on the business side, and we're building the company to support that. We are roughly growing 25% quarter over quarter, and this is quite a dramatic feast. Let's talk about our customers. From the top left, really 80% of our customers are mid-range. The way we qualify mid-range are customers that are in the $100 million to $5 billion in sales. We do have very large customers. We do have small and mid-sized customers, government customers, but the heart of our business is the mid-range customers. And what we're going to show you, we've built a product that fits really well into the mid-range market. A few words about our install base. Our entry point starts at 20 terabyte. Our average first installation is 50 to 150 terabytes. Our largest use case is 1.5 petabyte. And the ASP is between 100 to 250. And as I said, when I say quickly, when customers are growing, we track very closely the statistics that from the moment we deploy at a customer, customers grow between 2 to 2.5 times the initial deployment in a span of 12 months after the initial deployment.
So Danny, just on that comment.
Yes, please.
Do you know whether that's new data or whether that's displaced data from other tier 1 systems?
That's a great question. It's a mix. Okay, since data is growing so fast, most of the customers are be able to find home for their legacy systems. So we hardly see complete throwaway, but the important tier 1, I would say business critical and mission critical, are migrating to Kaminario, and on the legacy systems, they're putting far less important data.
And do you know how many of them are justifying it on things like environmentals, power, cooling, space, as well as the application performance requirements?
It's a very, very significant element. It's never just one reason, but when you take into consideration the impact that we're giving them in just how easy it is to scale their business on Kaminario versus legacy infrastructure. On one end, when you look at the total cost of ownership, where OpEx is a significant, very significant part of it, it makes total sense.
Mm-hmm. Curious question, for ASPs it says 100K to 250K, was it because everything else above it is terabytes and petabytes, is that 100 terabytes to 250 terabytes, or average deal size is 100 to 250K for the ASPs?
The average deal size is 100 to 250.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so pretty much every vertical known on Earth, very balanced. We don't have verticals that takes a majority of our business, but we are a general purpose storage. What you're going to see here that we've built from the ground up, from the beginning, a general purpose storage. That happens to be on the next generation media, but this is a general purpose storage. And as such, you look at the distribution of our use cases. A bit more than a third is analytics, real-time analytics, big data. Around a third is OLTP, and the rest is highly virtualized VDI environments. Pretty much every implementation is 2 or more use cases. There are rarely when we are deploying just one use case. Okay? It's that mixture that really dictates certain type of product, certain type of architecture that can sustain what we call mixed workload. So really, when we're going to together dive into the architecture, the important thing is how we started. We started by asking customers. We started by asking mainly mid-range customers. And this is what we heard from them. Their challenge in the modern world is how to scale their business easily and cost efficiently. Those three things, scale, doing it easily and cost efficiently, was the biggest challenge. I want to start by showing you a customer that had exactly those three challenges, and I want you to hear what they had to say about their challenges and how we met and solved those.
My name is Ariel. I work here at Taboola as the VP IT, and my team did the implementation of the 3 Kaminario systems in our production and R&D environments. Taboola finds content that you may like. If you browse the internet and you find an article and you read, and then at the bottom of the article you see content that you may like, or you see additional stories and additional content that is actually relevant to the content that you have been now reading, then that is our value proposition, and we allow publishers to find additional ways to provide content to their users. Before we moved to our Kaminario environment, we had all local disks. So all of our servers had local flash drives, each server to the size of that specific server. We wanted a solution that will allow us to scale and retain the performance of an all-flash array, and to actually find one of the providers out there that can meet all of our challenges. Our applications run in scale. We have not only traditional databases, but we have NoSQL databases, we have Cassandra, we have Spark, we have MySQL, and we have our internal homegrown application. All of these applications need to sift through a very large amount of data, dozens of terabytes of data, and we wanted something that will allow the applications to access this data very, very fast with extremely low latency and response times from these storage solutions. If we look at the technical aspect, we're talking of sub-millisecond response time throughout the duration of access to that data. When you have a lot of servers and you're running all of those servers with local drives, eventually you find situations where you don't have the flexibility that you would like, or in increasing the size for a specific server or for a specific service, or you find it more difficult to actually share data between different services, applications, or environments. We wanted a solution that will allow us to utilize all the great features of a centralized storage system without losing the performance of an all-flash array. We evaluated all of the major players in the market. We looked at the traditional storage systems, then we looked at all-flash array systems, and we reached Kaminario. When we reached Kaminario, we actually saw them stand out as a provider that can not only address our needs, but can execute extremely fast. From a moment of PO to an executed running system in 3 days is something that is extremely unique to Kaminario. We purchased 3 systems, and that is in excess of 250 terabytes of data. We purchased the systems both in our local data center and in data centers abroad for the production environment and for the R&D environment. The idea was to have multiple systems in the production environment for high availability and a system in the R&D environment for the trove of features that a central storage facility provides. When installing the Kaminario systems, we immediately noticed that we get a whole host of features, starting from replication, snapshotting, centralized management, and specifically the ability to scale out easily, the ability to connect additional disks, the ability to connect additional controllers, and to get the amount of data and the level of performance that we would like to see in a very easily scalable solution that doesn't take a whole lot of space in our data centers. Kaminario was here to execute, and that was amazing. We needed a system very fast, and after purchasing the system, we needed additional capacity. The ability of Kaminario to execute for us and to work with us on our solution, and in 3 days get the system up and running in production environment, is amazing and something that is very unique for a provider that works for his clients. Using Kaminario, we were able to find the sweet spot of TCO. With compression built into the system, we were able to take our data and compress it into a smaller footprint in our data center and actually find a good price performance point, not only for an all-flash array, but for our needs for performance as well. Partnering with Kaminario allowed us to find a storage system that actually works with us. It's not only a brand name that is out there and has disks, but it's actually professional services. It's the ability to execute faster and together, working to find solutions for different use cases that come up as we evolve as a company.
So Tabula is, I would say, a classical mid-range customer. It's in the hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, needs to grow their business quite rapidly, and they had challenges doing that. And what we want to show you today, do the linkage between the product that we've built, the fundamental architecture that we've built, and how does it allow customers scale their business easily and cost efficiently. Let's talk about those three pillars, okay, and connect them into the product. As a general purpose storage, we're proud to have a highly unique architecture. In fact, we are the only architecture in the market today that, out of the new breeds, that can both scale out and scale up, what we call flexi-scale. Allows customers to get exactly what they need, nothing more, nothing less, and grow their business on top of Kaminario any way they want. If they want to add capacity, if they want to add performance, if they want to add both, we're the only vendor in the market that can allow that. Secondly, they can do it in a very easy way. What you will see in a moment, again and again and again, customers see a very consistent behavior, no matter what are the type of applications that are putting, no matter the mix of those applications, they will get a very consistent behavior out of Kaminario. This is all due to our architectures.
So do you have a way of measuring what you call consistent? So yes. For instance, can you say 99.9999% of transactions measured over a certain period will give a response? We
will actually show you the metrics. So hold that question, you will see that. Mm-hmm. Secondly, it's very easy to scale. We do non-disruptive everything. So you want to add capacity, you want to add performance, you want to add both. It's very easy to do. And lastly, we believe that storage, the modern storage infrastructure, need to be seamless. It means that we've developed and we put a lot of effort, engineering effort, into our health shield. Our health shield is our automatic, real-time, predictive monitoring and analytics. So we will tell the customers, hey, you need more performance, you need more capacity. We think that you might have a problem in the future, or if there is a problem, everything is streamlined, everything is automatic through the process. Lastly, cost efficiency. As I said, we believe in transparency. We were the first vendor that came out with the introduction of V5, very publicly said, what you should expect from us is an average of $2 per gig, period. We expect that price to continue to go down because of the cost efficiency that we're putting into the product, and we're going to talk about it.
That's post-data reduction?
That is post-data reduction. But that's a great point, Howard. We're the only one that will give hard guaranteed of the capacity. What is a hard guarantee? This is not, hey, maybe you should get it. We will give you extra hardware if you will not reach the capacities that we promised you, period. We are the only vendor that did it, Since we did it in the launch of V5 back in May, nobody else have dared to come in and say, hey, we will do it as
T's
well.
on that publicly available?
Yes, the T's and C's are publicly available.
Do you have a tool to measure what I will get from the storage? Okay,
Yes,
so
we
because
have-
if I have encrypted files, you
Yeah.
can deduce that.
Yes, we have an automatic tool, so this is transparent to the customers. You don't need to do any special things, and we will show you very accurate statistics on all of our systems and our data reduction. We believe not in just in transparency, but also simplicity. Everything is included. It's an all-inclusive software, and what we are very proud of, we have the highest utilization in the market. So you will see versus all of our competitors, all of those combination, we believe we are the most cost-efficient product in the market today, the most scalable, the most flexible, and the easiest to use. And this is what we're going to dive into, and with proof points.